Yes, I think Giorgio Armani sort of thought he was invincible, and I think we all did too. He had been ill this summer. He'd had a case of bronchitis that developed into pneumonia, and he'd been, in bed, told to rest by his doctors and medical team. Sorry, my phone is blowing up. Apparently, he'd had some illness over the years, but he was so fit. And he worked out all the time, even in these later years. And he just kept going. He was a machine. I mean, he was so implicated in every aspect of his company. Everything that came out of that company with his name on it, he okayed. He greenlighted himself. And, he was doing all of that till the very end. There was no way that company was being run by other people. He was hands-on, and that's what kept him going. That was his life. That was his force. What I loved most about Mr. Armani was just what a kind and thoughtful person he was. He was very chic and elegant himself, but he wasn't one of these tyrants who screamed and yelled at his assistants. And he wasn't a, crazy drug-addled or alcoholic like so many. I wrote a book about two of them. I wrote about McQueen and Galliano. I mean, talk about complicated. Mr. Armani was a survivor of World War II, and he had been wounded terribly as a kid, and and he lived through the battles of northern Italy, and he was very hardworking, level-minded, kind, and courteous, and he was always very welcoming, and he made you feel at ease. I'm gonna miss him. He was what the French call a grand monsieur.
So what was it? Was it discreetly elegant, or how would you describe it?
Yeah, tasteful and perfect, as a proper bourgeois Italian would give you, but always modern and always very comfortable and soft. And it was something that would highlight one's beauty or elegance and make you even more beautiful, more elegant, as opposed to trying to be fashion forward. When you wore Armani, you were you. The clothes weren't wearing you. You weren't decorated. You looked very natural and chic. And that was a beautiful gift to give everyone. Well, Mr. Armani's style he was the one who brought us real minimalism, but also the softness of the silhouette, especially for men. That's where he started. He came from the mills and the textile side of the business, and he loved using these soft fabrics. And so he rounded shoulders, and he made sort of a soft, slouchy look that became the signature look in the 1980s. I mean, we think of Richard Gere in American Gigolo. He was wearing Armani, and he looked so chic, with his sort of soft look. And then, of course, he dressed Hollywood for the Oscars. He was the one who brought Hollywood and fashion together by dressing movie stars for the red carpet. He was the first to do that. And he would also do costumes for movies. And he really did have a great love of cinema. And so we saw it on the big screen, which was gorgeous and fantastic. And that, of course, reinforced his brand, but also took his look to a much broader audience.